Good morning. Welcome back to Superior Ice Arena. Couple technical difficulties this morning as we had a fast switch over from the Badger City team and Fort Francis before us. I have a camera that's not working, so we're going to go two cameras. We'll have main camera and the camera behind the Queens goaltender. Technology is fantastic when it works, questionable when it doesn't. We'll get the Dusty Bender Network on fixing that for you. So first time the selects are going to be in all red. Game 5. Takes 5 games to see the red pennies come out for the selects. Pretty sharp looking, if I say so myself. These teams faced off earlier in the weekend. Ended in a 2-0 win for the selects. As coaches are going to go over final adjustments and discussions before we get started. This morning, Badger City taking down Fort Francis 3-0. Sorry, 3-1. There's a shootout there. Penalty shot, rather, in the last 4 minutes of the game for the Fort Francis Muskies. Final discussions and cheers. As we get ready to go, front line here is going to be Paisley Lystig, I think is the last name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Centering that is going to be Springer, and left side will be Bailey Shue. Defensively, it's going to be Sophia Johnson and Annika Olinsky. Face-off is one. Here comes the Queens left side. They move it center as they come up over the line into the corner. Battle ensues back there as the Queens and now selects gather it. That's Shue on the far side. As that gets dumped in behind the net, they'll go D to D. And now back again, just misses Johnson on that back side. Shue tries to force the issue at the blue line. Can't quite get there. Olinsky's going to backhand one into the corner. As it now comes up on the half boards, picked up by the selects. They're going to come off on an indirect to Paisley. Offsides? No, she carried it in over the line. Good play there. Comes around the net there by the Queens. Now other side. Just out of the reach of the Queens. Picked up by Olinsky. Feathers one far side. Izzy Johnson picks that up. Sends it deep with speed. Paisley's on there. Penny Levelholtz is on there. Now Smith out there as well. Here's Penny. She has it. She's going wing side. Tries to move it up onto the defensive side. Smith hard on the forecheck. Takes body. Misses the puck. Oh, what a hold on the line there. Outstanding hold. That looked like Kayla Dog. Smith tries to move it up on the boards. As Johnson meets that, she's going to spin center. She's going to put one over far side. Just misses Dogs on the pass. Dogs puts that all the way down. Penny's Levelholtz is going to meet him there. Battle ensues. Queens try to pick it up on the half board. Smith gets a stick on it, allows the hold, gets it to Katzma. Now over to Levelholtz. Levelholtz has it shot on, up and over the net. They play on as it comes on the half boards. In on the forechecks, Katzma as the others went for a change. Jacobson's on the ice along with Larson and Adams. That's held in. Katzma puts it deep. As Adams trying to get there, can't quite. Queens are in trouble. They're going to rim it all the way around. Dogs was cheating in. Can't get to the puck in time. Look for a regroup on the blue line. Good reverse by Dogs. She puts it up and over and into the bench of the Queens. No, it hit the boards. We play on. Good read here by Larson. She's going to try a shot on. Good save. It's in front, sitting there. Comes off to the side. Queens look to exit. They're going to come up left side. All the way to the corner as that's going to be picked up by Rogers. Moves to far side, Jacobson. Ooh, good idea. Jacobson trying to backhand one. Couldn't quite get there, up and over the net. Hutchinson, by the way, back in the pipes for the selects here as the Queens are going to try to regroup at their own blue line. They're able to get the regroup off, and they're going to come up left side with speed. Left side, enter the zone, try to move middle. Looking for a wraparound, not open. Good stick there. I think that was Ava Kilgora. Indeed it was. Able to get a stick on the middle of that. Here comes the Queens. They got a 2-on-1 focusing here. Just move it too far ahead of themselves. 13:57 left here in the first. Comes all the way back to the blue line. Queens hold it in and they put it deep. Behind the net, it's picked up. It's going to be Rogers and Kilgora back there doing damage. Queens are trying to move it out with the reverse triangle. Can't do it. It's picked up and out of the zone. Nope, hits Duncan. Duncan, left side. She's got help on the right side. It's Elliott. Off the stick. Unlucky as the Queens pick that up left side. Kilgora tries to move that puck along. And she'll catch that on a re-entry from the Queens. She'll go far side. Paisley's over there. Can she hit the race? Nice job by Paisley. Gets a stick on that before it gets out of the play. Queens pick it up. They look to go behind the net. They're able to. Goes all the way around. Paisley meets them there. Got Bailey Shue and Springer as well. Goes far side, up and out. Dogs is on the chase. Queens hard. Nice reverse by Dogs. Gets it all the way out. Goes far side to Springer. Springer to Paisley. Queen player disrupts that connection. Here's the Queens. They pick it up. They have center. Nice read there by Dogs. She steps into it. Comes up. She's got right side. Takes the right side with ease. Tries to go center. Gets interrupted by a Queen player. Does center it. Queens are able to get that in front of the net. They immediately go to a transitional left side play here as they're going to come up. Missed the dump. Offsides is the call. 12:29 left in the first. Johnson, Levelholt, Smith. Backside will be Katzma and Rogers. Face-off stuck at the dot. Penny is able to push that forward. Izzy tries to beat the race. Can't quite get there. Queens coming with speed. Good pickup by Rogers. Gets a stick lift there. Queens are able to come out of the corner with it. Come up to the point. Shot on. Hutchinson handles that. Puts it to the side. Smith is on that. Smith tries to go center outlet. Misses Johnson by a foot. And here comes Levelholt. She's trying to dig underneath that stick. Smith is in there. Ref's in there. Comes back to Katzma. Katzma, nice little dump here. D to D here. Goes left side to Johnson. Penny has it. Penny's trying to move it center. Comes in front. Oh, Smith was in front. Couldn't get the shot off. Tried to meet her there center. Just missed it. Here's Katzma. Good reverse out of it. It's going to go right to Johnson. She tries to feather one in between the legs of a Queens player, but she stops it. Forecheck continues. As that's picked up, Queens left side. They try to move center. Good disruption by Katzma with a stick on it. Here comes Jacobson. She's got right side. Smith's following with her. As she goes all alone. Oh, she's got room, though, inside. She's behind the net. She's all alone waiting for troops to come. Here's Adams now as well as Larson. Larson's going to backhand it back. Queens look for an exit on the left side. 11 minutes to play. Good challenge there by Olinsky, able to get that puck out of the Queens' hands. Comes to Larson. Mishandling that, trying to get it deep. Can't quite as that gets dumped into the select zone. Can hear Hutchinson yelling one. Nice reverse, D to D, comes back. It's going to be Sophia. Sophia, Larson. Larson chips it up. Adams is racing along with Larson. Backhands one to the Queens. Good stick by Larson there. Tries to cut middle with it. Gets turned around as that comes all the way back to the select's end. Regroup, top of circles, goes center. Here's Jacobson. Jacobson puts it deep, goes for a change. It's going to come behind the net of the Queens as they look to set it up. Deep in the corner, they'll reverse out of it. Queens are going to reverse D to D. Opposite corner, Elliott hard on the forecheck. Good hold by Sophia there. She's going to put that deep. 10-11 left behind the net. Kilgora on the chase along with Elliott. Indirect for Queens off the boards. Sophia's got to back off. Center outlet. Good play there. Olinsky getting a skate blade on that. Now we've got a little bit of a lead here off of Kilgora's stick. Good stretch pass there from Elliott to Kilgora. Icing here as the Queens send it all the way. 9:51. Face-off coming up inside the Queens zone. Offensive face-off. Elliott, Kilgora, Duncan, backside Dogs and Katzma. It's going to be 9:51 left in the first. Face-off one to the side. Gets to the corner. They're going to look to bring it around. Queens reverse it out. They look for the hash. Can't get it. Chloe's able to hold the zone. Sends one up and out of play. It's going to be an outside face-off. They calling that inside. Inside face-off. Chloe sending that one deep out of play. Kilgore is going to square in on the face-off here. That goes right to the corner as they try to move it out. Chloe using a hand to keep it in. Great athletic play by Katzma. Tries to get it in. Here's Kilgore over to Elliott. Just missed on the pass. Katzma, though, holding the line strong. Able to backhand that one back in. Queens are fighting for it right on the hash mark. As Queens are trying to move that off. Good job there. That's Dogs. Sniffs it out. Sends it deep. Makes the Queens chase. Dogs is by herself. The other 4 selects getting a change. Dogs able to cause all kinds of havoc in there by herself. Queens are going to reverse out and look to get out. They're on the half boards. They look for a center outlet. Stretch pass across the ice. They're on it. Paisley showing good makeup speed there as the Queens couldn't get there. Paisley's able to knock that out of the player's hand. As it comes opposite corner, Bailey Shue tries to flick it to her defensive partner, Rogers. Rogers, Springer in the back as well. Dogs releases from the net, chases. Springer back there's a center helping out, third man in. She's going to move it around to the half boards. Comes to Bailey Shue on a reverse, tries for an outlet pass. She had Springer darting in the center. Queen's able to get a stick in the way of that. Good play by the Selects. They thought they'd just ice it. In trouble, not a bad move. Face-off coming up inside the Select zone. It's going to be Hutchinson. Looks like her left side. 8:23 here. Smith, Johnson, Levelholtz coming out defensively. Looks like Rogers stays with Johnson. Face off one to the side, comes up and out of play. Going to be an ice. And we'll do it all over again, the same side. Rogers comes off, Olinsky pops on. So Johnson and Olinsky on the back end. Smith, Johnson, Levelholtz front end. Face off, one back. Olinsky there. She's going to put a soft one to Johnson as far back as she can. Smith gets that. Misses on the one-time pass. It's picked up. Here's Penny Levelholtz. She has it. Moves it left side to Johnson. Johnson's going to pick in there. She gets it first. Johnson takes a fall. Smith comes back to help. Smith picks that up. She's got Levelholtz far side, moves it to Levelholtz. She picks it up. She plays it behind the net. Johnson releases, tries to get it. Nice job by Johnson. Gets a stick to Levelholtz. Shot on. Right in front. Smith with the rebound is sitting there, still sitting there. Battle ensues. Now goes to the corner. Smith's got to win the race. She's able to. Tries to put one behind. Hits the skate. They're battling in the corner. Levelholtz trying to leave with it. She's gonna. Tries to put one center to Johnson. Just misses the feed. 7:23 left here. Shot on. Hits the side of the net. From the view we were sitting, looked like that went in. Hits the side of the net. Smith gets a stick on it. Levelholtz holds the zone as that comes up and out. Queens in trouble. They're trying to dump it. Great shift here by the Selects. They stay on side. Johnson puts that deep. Sophia Larson hard on the forecheck. In there is Jacobson as well. They get center outlet, and they're going to move up ice. They got a 2 on. Oh, good stretch. Offsides, though. 6:54 left in the first. Good scoring opportunity for the Selects there last shift. See if they put it together with Larson, Adams, Jacobson. Face off one. Queens get it. They're going to put a soft one on an indirect off the boards. Rogers there with the stick. Jacobson picks it up in retrieval. She'll move it behind the net to Katzma. Katzma backhands it up to Larson. Larson looking to exit on the half boards. Queens able to stop that. Larson on a second attempt. Third attempt. Can't quite get it out. Kept advancing the puck, just not far enough out of the zone. It deep in the corner. It's the Queens looking for a center feed. Good play. You had Larson and Adams there stopping that from being a problem. Queens move it up to the point. Adams gets a stick on it. Katzma able to get a glove, and it comes right to a Queens player. She whiffed on the shot, or that might have been trouble for Hutchinson. Here's the Queens. They look for a regroup. Lost the handle on its Adams and Larson deep into the Queens zone. Queens pick it up in the corner. They try to exit off the boards. Hits the stick and now skate of Duncan. Nice job by Duncan. She tries to backhand it in. Gets down to the half boards. Good job by Katzma. And now second attempt for the Queens. They get through left side. Shot on well wide. Kilgore far side. Trying to get there. Nice play. Uses a body. Tries to move it up to Duncan. Misses it. Gets back. It's Queens. Center ice. High slot, left side now, trying to move it in, deep in the corner. Whole slew of selects players there, including Elliott, Kilgora, and Rogers. That's picked up. Katzma, far side, tries for Duncan. Duncan gets a stick on it. She's trying to exit the zone. Couldn't find a piece of wood to throw at that puck. Kilgora is going to try to reverse that back to Duncan, rather Katzma. It's Katzma and Kilgora deep in the corner battling. Squirts out far side. Rogers releases from the net. Rogers holds her defender on the boards. Another selects player. Here's Elliott. That was Kilgore to Elliott. Elliott smartly off the glass. Just misses Duncan's streak in middle. Good indirect pass there. Took a strange bounce off a piece of glass. Kilgore fouls that up. Left side. Good job. She picks that up. She gets bodied into the boards. Queens pick it up or behind the net. They look to exit left side. Time and space. They're going to use it. Tries to cut middle. Misses the center outlet. Olinsky picks that up for a regroup. She goes indirect. Right boards. Queens pick it up in their own end, behind the goal line. They're going to circle the net, stop, go D to D behind the net once, twice now, back to the original puck carrier. Queens left side looking for center outlet. They get enough of it. Olinsky, tries to step into it. Olinsky just whiffed on that as it rolled over her. Good defensive play by Dogs. Dogs with the hustle there as Olinsky missed the one-time pass there, and Dogs is able to get enough stick to stop that shot from being a direct one. Hutchinson coming up big there. Face off, one back. It's Springer back to Dogs. Dogs in the corner, goes off. Springer moves that up just out of the reach of Bailey. Bailey Shoe, though, gets it center. Here's Paisley. Shot and a save, goaltender. Great little play there. Bailey being able to feel that Paisley was there and gets that in front. Goaltender, nice job moving right to left there. Stop that. Face off Springer. Right side Paisley. Comes back to Olinsky here on the point. She's going to take her time, go D to D. Queens player sniffed it out, gets a stick on it. Dogs got to make up ground. Good hustle there by Dogs. Puts center off a skate. Hutchinson had to be awake there, able to paddle that aside without a problem. Springer's going to put that deep in the zone. Selects go for a full line change here. As that comes deep around the net, and here comes the Queens out right side. Selects get a stick on it. Smith picks that up. Smith's going to come in off the side. She dumps it, chases it herself. She gets that up to Johnson. There's a switch with Johnson. Johnson has it. She's in front. Just missed a one-timer. Here's a second opportunity here for Rogers. Rogers picks that up, gets it to Penny Levelholtz. Queens able to leave that zone. That's going to go far side. They're going to have to regroup. Stretch pass wide open. Stretch pass is open as the Queens go for a change. They'll get it to Levelholtz. Comes off the stick, pretty hot there as that puck was moving. They'll go D to D. Nice talking here by the girls. Johnson was calling for it. She's going to find Smith darting in the middle. Smith loses the handle. Good read there by Sophia Johnson as Smith was darting through the center. Just mishandled it. I think it was deflected on the way out of the zone. Nice face-off won by Levelholtz. That goes deep in. Comes all the way out. Nice hold there by Levelholtz as she tries to get off center. They'll chip it around. Katzma on. Larson comes on for Smith as well. Some fresh legs coming out. 2:30 left to play here in the first. Knotted at 0. Comes all the way around. Inside the select zone. Stuck on the half boards. Right by the hash mark. Shot on by the Queens. Second shot there is a one-timer. Was worked its way through Hutchinson to the side. Larson tries to exit. Hits a Queens player. They put it deep in the zone. Making the selects work. Katzma picks that up. She has space. She's going to take it. She's coming up center street with speed. Katzma goes left side now. She has Larson streaking middle. Katzma tries to put one on net. Just off. Larson picks that up. Moves a backhander Jacobson. Jacobson cuts center. Shot on. Good save by the goaltender. Nice job there by Jacobson cutting center. .150 left in the first, knotted at 0. Adams squares in, gets a face-off win back, comes to Katzma. Katzma reverses out of it, puts a soft one to Larson. Larson shot on, right in front. sitting there. Katzma's got to make up ground. She's able to. She'll put a shot on, just goes wide. Adams going down in front with another Queens player. Behind the net's Larson. Taking a look, she'll move to the corner. She gets put on the boards hard by the Queens. Battle ensues. Shot on there by Katzma. Wide. Adams is the first there from a regroup perspective. Trying to start a cycle there with Larson. Katzma steps in, holds it on the half boards. Queens get it. They exit left side. They got numbers 2-on-1 here. Dogs misses on the poke. Nope, she gets enough of it on the poke check. As that comes right through the front, Adams able to get that with that long reach. Sends a soft one up, and all 5 selects get a change. Queens look for a stretch pass. They'll get a stretch pass moving left side. Good change by the selects there, getting fresh legs. Game 3 of the week on girls are feeling the endurance, or lack thereof, perhaps. Olinsky behind the net, takes a look, surveys, reverses, comes right in front. Hutchinson, nice job, moves right to left, seals the edge, no problem. Coming up now with speed. Duncan's in there along with Kilgora and Sophia Johnson. It's kept in, Kilgora puts it behind. Here's Duncan. Duncan has it, tries to move it, it's moved. Here's Kilgora behind the net. Looks to reverse it, fakes it, keeps going around the side. All the way out, shot on, in front. It's loose. Ooh, early whistle. 16 seconds left. See if they set up a play here. Kilgora looks to be taking the face off. Duncan, far side. And Abby Elliott there. Face off one all the way back, 14 seconds. Queens are going to go for a little bit of an out. Just miss on that connection. Hutchinson puts that aside with the 7 seconds. Johnson up to the edge. Duncan's just going to try to eat that 3 seconds. That'll do it. It's the end of 1. Knotted at 0. Been a good back and forth game. Lots of opportunities. Girls will meet for a little instruction from the coaches. We're going to do an ice cut. We never cut the ice after the first game, so we'll do the ice cut now, and we'll be back after the ice cut is completed, probably about 15 minutes. All right. Zamboni finishes its job. 17 minutes up on the clock. Second period about to get underway. Selects and Queens getting cheers out. 0-0 there. Nice back and forth game. Lots of opportunities both ways, although I will say I don't think there was a ton of grade A opportunities let up by the Selects. Queens weren't alone necessarily in front of Hutchinson. If they can keep that up, good strong defense, they're going to get something to fall on the front end. It's a matter of time. Hutchinson, standard crossover pattern in the crease there. Making the ref do the work. I like it. We'll pop the moorings in and we'll get rolling here. Coming out for the Selects on the chess piece game, it's going to be Sophia Johnson on defense with, I think that's Olinsky. It's hard to tell you. Paisley's easy. She's the only one with a white helmet. Rowan's easy. She's the only one with a red helmet. After that, it gets fuzzy. So it's going to be Bailey Shue and Paisley with Springer on the front end, Johnson and Olinsky on the back end. As we get ready for puck drop. There it is. Face off one back. Regroup started on the blue line. D to D. Johnson up center street. Over to Springer. Now Bailey Shue. Bailey has it. They're going to try to come in. Excuse me. Apologize for clearing the throat on line there. Here's the Queens. Hash marks going to go back to the corner. Try to get something started. They're going to come behind the net of the Queens goaltender, which, by the way, a different goaltender than we faced in our first game. She's stayed pretty firm here, this goalie. Paisley in the corner. Ooh, loses a tire there. Springer's in there to help. Whole slew of players. Paisley's able to release from the corner with the puck. Very wet behind there. Puts one in front, paddled away by the goaltender. They're going to move it back to the point. Here's Olinsky. Olinsky with time. Ooh, she puts a really good shot on, just high and wide. Goaltender went down. That's something to keep an eye on. If she's going to go down from the point, these girls are going to feast. Queens come over the line. Shot on. Hutchinson, great job there. Puts a blocker on the sealed edge of the post and covers for a whistle. Smith, Johnson, Levelholtz comes on with Katzma and Kayla Dogs. Levelholtz squares in. Good face-off win, gets at the Dogs. Dogs has it, looking for Johnson. She hits Johnson. She's got two darting up. It's Levelholtz and Smith. They got a 2-on-1. Here's Levelholtz, shot on. Oh, hits crossbar and goes wide. What a shot there by Penny. That's going to go deep. Penny's got to win the race. Goes right in front of her. Couldn't get there in time. Good step here by Dog. She holds the line, puts it deep. Smith releases from the net. Does a good job, gets there. Tries to cut center. Gets another stick on it, and they're able to exit the zone. Backhanded. Here's the Queens. Delayed offsides. Gives the Select some time to set it up. Behind Hutchinson. Look for Johnson on the release. They're going to find Smith middle. Smith back to Johnson. Back yet to Smith here again. Smith puts it deep. All girls go for a change. Queens deep in the zone. They're going to look for a stretch pass far side. Rogers gets out there in time to cut that off. Deep in the Queen zone, they look for a far side. Oh, Jacobson stepped in front of it. Can't find it. Now Jacobson again. Shot on. Save. Another early whistle, but whistled nonetheless. Good opportunity. Jacobson, nice job there reading that stretch pass to the far side, stepping in front of it. Referees getting together here. Don't know what the conversation's about. .54 left in the second. Refs continuing to talk. Looks like they figured it out. Adams is going to center this with Jacobson on the left, Larson on the right, Rogers in the back along with Johnson, Sophia. Adams and Larson in the corner, squeaks out. Adams is trying to get there across, tries to put it on that. It's sitting there right in front, still sitting there, couldn't get it in. Select starting to put the pressure on here early in the second. That comes out. Adams picks that up, top of circle. She tries to put one on net, passes it. Oh, it's in front. Jacobson was going back door, not top slot. Good idea there, just missed on the connection. Behind the net, it's Adams, gets a stick on it, puts it the other way. Jacobson chases. Good hard play. It's in front. It's still in front. Larson with the shot once, twice. Oh, and it goes wide. Hits a toe of the goaltender. Good save Nice stretch by the Queens goaltender to get a piece of that. It's kicked by Rogers, and picked up by Larson. She cuts center, still has it, gets tripped. Power play coming up for the Selects here. Hutchinson making a skate in the back, going to the net. And here comes the extra attacker. Select 6-on-5. Here's Johnson behind the net. Circles, doesn't like it. She's going to continue to handle it. Too many men for the Selects. They had 7 skaters on the ice. So there should be a 4-on-4. Yeah, now they're pulling the other girl in for a trip. So should be. He's saying it's 5-on-5, nonetheless. Should have been 4-on-4. We'll take 5-on-5. We'll play on penalty, power play rather, extinct as the Selects were trying to play with 7 out there. Face-off won by Kilgora. Comes back to the point. Zolinsky takes a look, tries to put one through, fouls up on it. Queens are able to come out with speed left side. Back is Dogs. They're going to come up on Hutchinson. Hutchinson yelling directions. She's got to move post to post. They circle all the way around. Queens go for a switch on the boards. They're going to put it in. Hits a paddle of the goaltender. Hits the side of the net there. No harm done. Kilgora trying to move that out. Reversed around. Stuck in the feet of Kilgora. Finally, Kilgora, nice job. Good patience. Comes out with it. 13-10 left to play here in the second. Kilgora indirect off the boards. Couldn't get enough. Olinsky's going to pick that up. Takes a minute and sends one in. Queens glove it down. Ice is negated as it was tipped by Olinsky on the way out. 12:58. Stretch pass up there to Duncan. Queens able to intercept that and move it center. Dogs picks that up. Couldn't turn with it as the Queens enter the zone behind Hutchinson. Here's the Queens. Now to the corner. They're going to reverse around. Olinsky, great job there. Oh, looked like a stick there by the Queens player. Stopped that from going all the way around. Really athletic play. Comes out to Duncan. Duncan has it on the hash. Comes all the way back. Picked up. Top of circle. Here's Olinsky. Far side. Just missed the thread. That was Abby Elliott. Far side. She was open. Face-off coming up in front of Hutchinson. Left side. Springer, Paisley, Shue, Katzma, Rogers. Face-off one back. Rogers is going to get there. Tries to move to her D partner. Picked up by a Queens player. Katzma, great stick in front. Here comes Bailey on the race, trying to win it right side. Shows good speed. Moves it ahead. Does a good job. Tries to reverse out of it. Loses the puck. Other side. Here's Rogers. She'll keep the zone. Puts it deep. Paisley on the chase. Queens pick it up in the corner. Look to exit. Bailey back there. Paisley tries to put it off the boards. Queens pick that up. Rogers steps, gets a stick on it. Nice job. Paisley picks it up, comes the middle. Tries to move it over to Shue and just couldn't get the pass off. Queens pick that up with speed. They try to go around Bailey. Good stick at the last minute there. That was Springer. Queens send it. Rogers has got to win the race. Should be an ice if it goes. It will. Face-off coming up here for the Selects offensive zone face-off, rather. It's going to be Levelholtz, Johnson, and Smith. 11:30 left in the second. Knotted at 0 here. Rogers and Katzma stay out on the back end. Levelholtz wins the draw, kicks it back. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson has it, puts it deep. Here's Smith. Smith tries to exit out of there. Looks for the pass. Oh, just paddled aside there. Levelholtz was open. Smith to Johnson. Oh, good pass there. Just off the skate of Johnson. She's going to corral it in the corner. Try to make a move. Finds middle. Just misses right in between Smith and Levelholtz. Comes back to Katzma for a regroup. Blue line, Rogers. Moves it up over the red line. Puts it deep. Chases on. Smith and Levelholtz in there. Levelholtz picks it up, looks far side for Johnson. She has Smith in front. It's in there. Smith digging away. Whistle blown. Good sequence there. 10:51 left in the second. Rogers comes off. Olinsky on. Smith, Johnson, Levelholtz stays on. Penny digging deep. Smith back to the point. Shot on. Oh, rebound wide open. Queens panic and they get it out in a hurry. Olinsky's got to skate to it. Hutchinson yelling 2 on. Reverses it to Sophia Johnson. She picks it up on the half boards. Moves it out to center. Levelholtz. Now Johnson. Smith and Johnson switch. Levelholtz goes center. Over to Levelholtz. Shot on. Rebound. Oh, she got stuck. Oh, it hits the post. Smith couldn't put it away. It hits the post. $10:25 left. Good sequence there. Adams, Jacobson. Springer, far side. No, Larson. Here's Larson. Brings it right in front. Backhand. Oh, my goodness. Looks like a inside blocker save by the goaltender. Great save by the Queens. Larson walked that right to the center, untouched. Select's really pouring it on here as the second continues. Adams on the faceoff. Tries to win that aside. Larson tries a stick lift, can't get there. Step by Sophia Johnson, good hold. Here's Larson. She's going to try to come center with it. Ooh, takes a hit. Adams fouls that up. It's stuck in front. They're going to go to the board. Sophia Johnson releases from the blue line. She'll skate it in. Backhand one deep into the zone. Jacobson meets the Queens player there. Queens able to exit. Olinsky, good hold. Queen's second attempt can't get it out. Larson's in there with Adams as well as Jacobson. Whistle as the offsides is called. 9:47 left here in the second. Jacobson, Adams, Larson, Olinsky, Sophia Johnson, backside. Face off one on the side. Queens pick it up. Center exit. Should be an ice here. It's going to be. We'll get a face off offensive inside the Queens zone. Looks like it's going to be the left side of the Queens goaltender. Selects have been stacking the opportunities here in the second. They just can't buy a goal at this point. Well, Lady Luck never hurt. Here's Adams right off the face-off, trying to move it forward. Stuck in a skate by a Queens player. A whole slew of players in there. Finally comes out. Here's a Selects to move far side to Jacobson, just out of her reach. Jacobson, though, gets it back to Larson. Oh, just goes all the way through. Sophia able to get a stick on it to stop that going all the way. Olinsky plays a soft one off the boards. It was the only play she had available. Queens pick it up, left side. They go deep into the zone. Here's the Queens looking for a centering pass. They get it. Hutchinson with a huge save, but a goal. Queens put the rebound into the net. Hutchinson with a huge save up the top one, all alone in front, and the rebound goal gets put in. 1-0 Queens. Selects get a change there. That's a tough one. She makes the first save, and rebound gets put in. Selects in the area, just couldn't get under the stick. Face off one back, comes all the way. Here's Katzma. Doesn't like the view. She's going to reverse out of it, try to come up the sideboards. That's going to go deep in the zone. Picked up by Dogs. Dogs does a nice job, skates out of that. Far side, it's Elliott. Good reverse. Comes off the boards to Kilgora. Kilgora leaves it up. Duncan chasing hard. Duncan gets there with the stick. Takes a little bit of a hook. Here's Duncan. Near side shot. Turned away by the Queens. They'll come up left side. The Queens on the transition. Good job by the Select stopping that. It's put in deep by Elliott. Chase is on. It's Duncan first. Queens, though, pick it up, win the race. They look for an outlet, and they'll go center. Good read there by Dogs. Dogs picks it up. Queens, though, move it ahead. They're going to come in on Hutchinson, nice blocker save there. As that comes back on net, another save there by Hutchinson. Paddles that aside. And Selects look to leave. It's Duncan. Duncan tries to move it through the foot of a defender. Queens hold the zone. 8 minutes left in the second. Here's Katzma. She moves it D to D. Good job. Here's Dogs up to Duncan. Duncan far side now. Sends it over, and it's picked up. Here's Kilgora. Kilgora puts a shot on as we get a full change on the select side minus Kilgora. Good job. That's Paisley in there going hard. But Queens pick it up, and they'll come in the zone. They have it behind the Hutchinson and the selects net. There's the Queens. They're going to circle. They don't like it. They come behind the net again. That gets put in front. Good save there by Hutchinson. Puts it aside. Here's the Queens again trying to motor out. Hutchinson able to get a paddle on that to push it away. Queens battling hard here. Starting to turn the tide. Little energy after that goal. As they come in behind the goal line. It's Rogers. She pins her defender on the board. Does a nice job. Here's Springer. Moves it center just out of the reach of Bailey. Delayed offsides for the Queens as they go in and chase. Sophia Johnson first on it for the selects. Reverses around. Comes to Springer. Springer can't get there in time, but it's picked up by Bailey Shue. Bailey Shue and Springer trying to move that up and out. Gets out of the zone. Queens look to re-enter. Johnson to the middle, shuts that down. Paisley picks that up, pulls a rope, moves it. She's got help, puts it far enough ahead she can skate to it. She'll cut center on that. And Springer's on the far side to try to move that. Gets it to Paisley. Deep in the zone. Queens pick it up. They look to exit. They got left side, now center. Good back check there. It's Izzy Johnson. She'll go D to Annika Olinsky. Olinsky to Springer. Springer couldn't move it up. Paisley changes. Smith comes out. That's going to go in the zone. Johnson's on it. Smith stays net side. Shot on here. Oh, man, that thing was a knuckler coming in, dropping like a rock. Johnson's trying to fight with it. Levelholtz comes in, gets a stick on it. Smith switches with her. She'll get it over to Levelholtz. No, picked up by a Queens player. And here's the Queens trying to move it in. Good back check by Penny. Cuts that off. It's picked up by Dogs. Dogs tries to move it to Johnson. Hits a rough skate. Queens player. Now far side as Olinsky tried to cut it off. Olinsky far side in her own zone. Reverses. Two Queen players on her. Smith picks that up. Gets it to Penny on a reverse pass. Penny has it to Johnson left side. Johnson cuts middle. Smith switches. Here's Johnson far side. Shot on. Glove save. 5:14 left here in the second. 1-0 Queens. Plenty of time left here for the selects as we'll get a line change. Rogers, Katzma on defense, Jacobson, Adams, Larson on the forward side. Queens right off the face-off. Move it. Jacobson, good stick. Stops that. She's going to reverse out of it. She looks far side to Adams. Once, twice will get it there. Adams tries to move that in the zone. Picked up by the Queens, and they exit left side. Should be an ice. That was behind the red line. Good call by Stripes there. About a foot behind the red line. In zone face-off coming for the selects again. Adams going to square in there. Same 5. Queens get new defenders on the ice with fresh legs. Second period, long change, of course. Larson, nice job out the face-off. Hustles to it behind the net, taking a look. Adams able to get that out front. Here's Jacobson, just couldn't pull the trigger on it. Adams again out front. Queens able to pick that up. Trying to exit with speed. They'll come up on the half boards. Good step there by Katzma. Couldn't get the puck, though. Takes the body out. Queens continuing up ice. Left side, they're going to come behind the net. Excuse me. That's going to be picked off far side here by the Queens as they come around again to the backside. Take a look. It gets stuck. Queens again. It's in front. Look out. Katzma, nice job. Gets that out of harm's way. Shot on. Hutchinson with the save. Whistle blown. Line change. Upcoming. Looks like all 5 for the selects. Elliott, Kilgora, Duncan, Johnson, Olinsky. 4:17 left in the second. Face-off won by the Queens. Puts it deep into the corner. Olinsky first on it. Tries to move reverse side to Duncan. Duncan's going to pick that up. Looks for a center outlet. Backhands it over to Johnson. Just over-skated. as I think she thought she was going far side with that. That's picked up. It's Elliott. Elliott up and out to Kilgora. Now Duncan. Duncan one-on-one here. Tries to move left side. Shot on. Rebound Duncan. Able to get it behind the net. Tries to put it out. Gets it to Olinsky. Olinsky shot on. Heck of a shot. It's in front. What a save by the goalie. Goaltender gets a right pad save on that. Olinsky with a dart from the point. 3:45 left in the second. Same five. Kilgore is going to square in at center. Duncan left side. Right side's going to be Elliott. Comes back to Olinsky. Olinsky time. Shot off the foot of Duncan. Rebound shot by Elliott was blocked aside. Queens try to leave. Right side. Nice job here by Elliott. Has it. Tries to put one on net, and it's blocked down by the Queens. And here is the Queens player. Good job there by Ava Kilgora and Elliott, but it squirts out. Olinsky steps in. Good skate. Second time, couldn't win it. Far back. Johnson's got a skate. Queens trying to move it left side. Duncan surveys, looking for the trailer. Queens come all the way around here. There's a leave. Duncan loses a wheel there at the end. It ends up working to the advantage. Johnson looking for a far side breakout to Elliott. Just a little too far for her. Queens are going to try to regroup as we get fresh legs on for the selects. Springer coming on as well as Bailey Shue. Here's the Queens. They try to exit left side, stretch it to the right side. Olinsky stepping into it. Not before the Queens dump it deep. Rims all the way around. 2:44 left in the second. Queens up 1-0. Good exit here by Springer. She's got Paisley for help. It's put far side off the boards to Paisley. Paisley trying to hit an E-break, is able to. She's got Shue in front, moves a backhander to Springer. Good little sequence here. Good cycle deep. Olinsky couldn't handle that pass. Tough one. Kind of a backhander right on the boards. Just an unlucky positioning. Comes in for the Queens. They pull a string, come out right side. Look for a center outlet, now right side. Springer trying to bounce that off the boards. Can't quite get enough of it. Bailey Shue's in there to help. Now Olinsky as well. Whole slew of players. 3 selects and 2 Queens. Up and out right in front of us here on the wood floor. Face-off coming in zone. Get some fresh legs on here as Smith, Levelholtz, Johnson, Katzma, and Dogs will be the 5. Levelholtz squares in for the face-off. Referee is not waiting. He is literally just putting that in play. Far side, Smith's got to win the race. She's able to. She gets it up and out. Penny's there. Penny kicks that forward. Though they're going to continue forward as Smith is late. Johnson to the party as well. Levelholtz doing a great job in there, just trying to win every battle. Tries to get it to Johnson. Johnson's got to move. As that comes off the board, Smith able to get a stick on it? No, couldn't. Should be an ice here from the Queens. They'll battle on. 1:32 left in the second. Offensive zone face-off, left side for the goaltender. It's going to be Penny on the face-off. Moves it forward. Smith trying to get to it. Smith still trying to move to it. Does a good job. Gets a stick on it. Dog steps in front. She gets a shot on and a goal. Great effort there. Smith able to get a stick on it. Dogs is able to pick it up. She shoots and scores. Good grinding play there, 1-1. Let's see if I can still get the replay. I was just in celebration on the replay. I apologize for that. In traffic, Dogs able to put that one in the back of the net. Good forecheck there, causing problems. Ends up going in the back of the net. We're tied up. That's going to be one back. Selects D to D. They're going to move it off the boards. Picked up. Here's Johnson. Johnson has it, looks back. Here's Rogers, shot on. Good shot, just missed on the rebound opportunity was a selects. Rogers able to hold the zone, comes in off the skate of Johnson. Johnson has it deep in the corner. She's battling in there. Smith comes in for aid. She tries to put it back, gets it to Rogers. Rogers just off her stick as Smith gets it back. Oh, all of them overskated, Smith and Rogers. And here comes the Queens. They'll come up right side. Good back check there by Levelholtz. And she's able to cause it. Smith turns and burns. Johnson far side. Gets it to Smith. Smith off the stick here. Trying to cut middle. Here's Smith behind the net taking a look. She'll get stopped on the way in. Rogers has to move over left side. Good hold, trying to put it on net. Johnson able to hold the zone. Tries to pull a swing. She still has it in front. Oh, one shot. Couldn't get it off. Rogers there. Shot on. Deflected off the glass. Here's the select. 17 seconds here. Adams trying to center it. Couldn't. Queens reverse it all the way around. Johnson's got to get on the horse. She's able to hold the zone. 8 seconds. Adams goes into the corner. As the Queens players are trying to burn some time here. 2 seconds. That's going to do it. Good answer by the selects, though. Knotting this up at 1 as we get into the third here. 17 minutes of play left. Kayla Dogs answering that one with a really nice goal in traffic. Smith, level Holtz, and Johnson heavy forecheck. That shift really helped. This is going to come down to the last period. A little excitement here to end the day and weekend at Superior. Instruction by Coach Emily Bauer. You can see a whiteboard. Can't see what's on the whiteboard. Queens coach giving direction as well as the girls are on a knee. First time on the red pennies. They look sharp. Game 5, it took for that to come out of the bag. See if the girls got enough in the tank to finish this strong. Tons of opportunity in the second. Couldn't buy a goal for a while. Queens were able to strike first, but responded by Kayla Dogs late in the second. This A try to bring that momentum into the third period with answering that and tying it at 1. Queens get a cheer off. Buzzer sounds. Refs enter the box as we try to get moving. Selects have not moved. Trying to get as much oxygen as possible. There's the selects cheers. We get a line out and get moving. Queens have picked their line. We're going to come back. It's going to be Elliott, Duncan, Kilgora. Backside is going to be Dogs with Olinsky. Face-off, nice job. It's Duncan right off the face-off, showing good speed. Loses a edge there, blows a tire. She's going to get it out to Dogs. Dogs over to Olinsky, just misses on the give and goal. Back to Elliott, though. Elliott, nice job from center, trying to move it out. Dogs, good step. Able to get that over. Elliott's in there, seeing if they can get something to happen and deep in the corner now. Back there's Duncan and Elliott. Duncan takes a player out there. Looks like she just lost an edge. Skates are looking a little dull after game 3 for a few girls. This day and age, you can just pop a blade out. Back in my era, it's quite an event. Get those skates sharpened. We get a whistle here from a safety perspective. Puck wasn't moving. Inside face-off, though, coming for the selects. They'll change the front line out. Springer, Paisley, Bailey Shue pop on. Backside's going to be Olinsky and Dogs. They'll stay out. 16:27 still here in the game. Face-off stuck on the dot in a foot. Still in a foot. Kicked ahead here by a Queens player as that comes out center street. Dogs try to read that and step into it. Just misses it. Second attempt by Dogs is good. Moves up and out. Springer tries to put it deep. Couldn't get enough on it. Queens regroup. Right at the face-off dot for the Queens as they regroup. They'll come left side up. Now center. Good job by Dogs reading that center outlet pass. Once, twice, Dogs able to get it. Second time. Paisley upside here to Springer, just off the stick of Springer as they move in. They're going to reverse it back to Paisley on the half boards. Paisley in the corner doing some dirty work, trying to start a cycle with Bailey Shue. Shue now in there with a whole slew of others. Pops out. Nice job by Shue. Gets a stick on it. Here's Springer in front, trying to put that in. It's still in front and finally goes wide. Puck was dancing in front of the net for a while. Good hold there by Rogers. Puts it deep. Paisley releases from front. Oh, good pickup by the Selects in front. Just missed the feed there. Center. That was Bailey Shue coming. As that's picked up by Rogers. Two girls come and change. Smith and Johnson come on. Queens get that out of the zone. Now come back in with it as the Selects have to regroup behind their own goal line. It's going to be Rogers. She's got Johnson. It's Levelholtz first, though. Levelholtz has it. Picked up. Here's Smith. Smith has it. Tries to cut through. Plays it too far forward, but she's going to win the race. Puts it off the boards. It's going to be picked up by Katzma on a switch. Katzma center. Shot. Rebound. Smith there. Good play there. 14:51 left in the game. Face off. Levelholtz back to Katzma. Katzma has it here. She'll play it on the wing side. It's Johnson. Johnson has it. Smith's in front. Good shot. Good save. She's going to try behind the net. She has it. It's Levelholtz. Levelholtz trying to put it to Smith. It gets blocked up in the air. Here's the Queens player trying to play it. Levelholtz behind the net. Gets a centering pass. It's Johnson. Smith is in there. Smith, another shot. Couldn't put it in. Still loose. It's still loose. They're hacking away at it. Comes out. Smith gets a stick on it. Able to. Shot on. It's in front. And finally able to get a whistle. Holy cow. Can't buy a goal today. 14:16 left in the third. Multiple opportunities in front there for that shift. Good shift. Queens goaltender standing firm. Face-off coming left side here of the Queens goaltender. It's going to be Adams with Larson and Jacobson. Comes in front. Larson brings it. Jacobson now tries to get a shot off. It's still in front. Adams can't pull the trigger. Queens leave. They have a 2-on-2 developing. Sophia Johnson, great step. Puts that aside. Switch cameras for you here. As that gets around, 14 minutes left. As Olinsky picks that up deep in her own end. She'll go off the half board as Jacobson. Jacobson off the boards. Larson's got to win the race. Queens will get there first. As that looks to come around. And Jacobson, nice job, puts it deep in there, makes the Queens chase. They're behind the net. They're going to try an indirect off the boards. Good hold by Sophia. It's picked up. It's Springer. Springer to Olinsky. Olinsky shot on. Good save by the Queens goaltender. Face-off upcoming inside the zone. 13:31. Left to play. Knotted at one. Face-off left side of the Queens goaltender. Adams, Springer, Jacobson. Puck comes back. Sophia able to get a stick on it. Stop it from exiting immediately. Holds the zone. Can on the third attempt. Oh, here comes the Queens. They had a player waiting. Come in. Hutchinson with a huge blocker paddle save. It hits the paddle of the stick with a 1-on-0. Outstanding save to keep them in this one. 13:08 left with Hutchinson answering a massive call. As they try to exit the zone, it's Jacobson, tries to reverse out of it, gets it to Adams. Adams up to Springer, can't quite get there. Line change coming for the Selects and Queens. Stick by Springer, not enough as the Queens enter the zone, left side. That comes in, it's Olinsky. Doesn't like it, holds it, lets two come attacker. Duncan picks it up, fresh leg side. Tries to get to Larson, just out of the reach of her. Queens should be able to play that. No icing for sure. Duncan hard on the forecheck. Kilgora there as well. They try to exit. It's a good read there by Dog. She's able to hold it. But a bad bounce, and here comes the Queens 2-on-1. Katzma's got to get back in a hurry. Shot, crossbar. No goal. 2-on-1 coming in there. And again, Hutchinson there to answer the call. Queens come in center. Shot on. That goes well wide. Katzma's got a release from the net. She's able to. Tries for a breakout. Selects can't get it out. Comes far side. Here's Elliott. Right side. She has Kilgora coming in with her. Same with Duncan. Shot and a save by the Queens goaltender. 11:54 left in the third. Going to keep the same five. It goes deep in the zone. Duncan gets it. She's got it behind the net, tries to play it over to her partner. Casper tries to stop, misses on the stop. Dogs has to hurry. It's a 3-on-1, but Dogs picks it first. Hutchinson yelling 3. I could hear her from here. Queens able to start a cycle deep in the corner. They got a middle outlet open. Comes back in the middle to a second trailer. Queens defenseman's got to step in, holds the line, and sends it deep into the corner, as that's going to be picked up by Elliott. Can't exit the zone. Queens keep it in. Dogs is first to respond in the corner. She rims it around over to Bailey Shue. Bailey picks it up. She has Kilgora. Misses that pass to Kilgora. It's going to be an ice. Fresh legs pop on. All 5 selects. It's going to be Rogers with, I believe that's Johnson. Front side will be Springer, Paisley, and Shue. Face off, won by the Queens. Puts it deep. 11 minutes now left to play in the period and game. 2 in front for the Queens. Nice job by Sophia Johnson. Challenges the pass. Doesn't even let it get through. They look for a center outlet. They get it. It's Bailey Shue. She has Paisley on the right side. Shue with the shot. Hits a skate. Shue trying to move that. Gets it to Paisley. Misses. Comes back to Sophia Johnson. Shot on. Oh, my. Queens goalie able to get a glove save done there. Good shot from Johnson from the point. .10:42 left in the third. It's one forward. Here's Springer. Shot and a goal by Shue. Right off the face-off, Colby Springer able to get it forward. Couldn't even switch that camera in time. She gets it forward. It's a right pad save, and Shue puts the rebound in, 2-1. Select starting to feel it here. 10:38 left to play in the game. They take a lead for the first time today. Going to get a full line switch. Johnson, Smith, Levelholtz come on. Backside will be Rogers and Johnson. Stuck in front. Going to come back. It's going to be Johnson. She tries to go indirect off the board. She has Levelholtz and Johnson. Here's Smith darting to the net. Oh, she tried to leave for Johnson, and a Queen player trailing was able to get to it first. Races on. Rogers to the corner first. Bodies her man. Moves it across. Smith has to release from the net to get there. Can't in time. Comes far side. As it's picked up, Johnson trying to move it out to other Johnson. Couldn't get there. Going to come around the net to Rogers. Rogers picks it up. She'll go off the boards. Able to get it up and out. Levelholtz just goes over her stick. Unlucky bounce there as they're going to leave center. Now right side. Smith comes all the way over. Goes up and over the net. Good back check by Smith. Queens able to put that in, delayed offsides here as the girls try to reset for a breakout. They caught the Queens on a bit of a change. Rogers carries that in, takes a hit on the board. She puts it deep into the zone. Here comes the Queens. They got a streaker center coming in on Hutch. And a goal, low blocker. She was darting right to left there. A little miscommunication on the D side of things. Low blocker, and that goes in. Now we're not at a 2. Selects take a 2-1 lead and immediately give it up. Now it's tied at 2. 9:16 left in the third. Here comes the Queens. Select's able to turn that regroup out, try to move it up. They're able to. Gets to the line is Larson. She puts it deep. On the forecheck is Jacobson. Good heavy forecheck. Queen player loses a wheel there on the way out. Misplay the puck. Larson picks it up on the hash boards. Gets it out to Dogs. Dogs shot on. Ooh, good save by the goaltender. Puts it aside. Queens in trouble. Try to put a heavy one off the boards and out. As the Queens look to play it. Good forecheck there. Pretty sure that was Larson. Yeah, Larson and Adams in there causing all kinds of problems. Adams walks away with it. Tries to center one. Paddled away. It's right in front. No one there to put it away. Jacobson was back door where she wanted to be, but that puck came far side front. Dogs back on the play, goes up and off. Strange bounce as she tries to play it ahead. That was Elliott trying to move it. Couldn't quite get there. Elliott again behind the net. As they try to exit, Queens able to hold the zone for now. Have a leave up front. Hutchinson puts that aside. It's picked up. It's Olinsky. Olinsky backhands it to Dogs behind the goal line. They look for an outlet. Duncan tries to get the outlet, just misses on the back feed. And here comes the Queens in a hurry. Good save there. Hutchinson able to match it. Left pad save. Comes back to the point for the Queens. Elliott out there. Now Duncan's side. Good save. Hutchinson with the glove. 7:37 left in the third. Get a wholesale change here, all five. Squared in there is going to be Bailey, Shue, Paisley, and Springer. Line scored the last goal here, trying to get a little bit on it. Bailey, nice job on the forecheck. Comes in the middle of the ice. Queen's able to break it out. Chloe got a stick caught in a skate. Super unlucky there. She tried to get a stick in there. Ends up taking a penalty for a trip. .721 left. Got to kill off a 2-minute kill here. It's going to be Johnson and Olinsky back on D. Forward will be Paisley and Shue. They're going to play an overload here left side. Queens, they move it back to the point. They'll move into an umbrella. Nope, stay in the overload. Off the boards, it's Queens. They're trying to move it. Olinsky and Hutchinson, nice job in front. Doesn't even get in front as it's paddled down before. 1:30 left. Here's the Queens as they try to play it. They'll move it back to the point. They don't like the view. They'll put it down deep in the corner. Now back to the point side. Move in, shot on. Good stick. Goes right to a Queens player. She couldn't get a toe drag off on that. Queens player pushes Sophia Johnson out of the play. Off the half boards. Here's the Queens taking a look in an overload. Move it down deep into the goal line, now behind the net of Hutchinson. Going to come all the way up top. Nice job. Paisley reading a switch really well by Paisley there. They were working a switch on that. It was read perfectly. 50 seconds left. Here comes the Queens. Far side. All the way down. It's picked up. Levelholtz down there. Going to try to reverse it around. She's able to. That hits Olinsky. Olinsky tries to put it up ice. Levelholtz is trying to get there. She's able to get a stick on it. She's got Johnson with her. Stuck in her skate. She's going to resurvey. She'll get it over to Dogs. Dogs tries to send it deep. Queens player intercepts that dump. 17 seconds to kill off. As that goes deep in. Should be an ice. Yeah, good call. No one touched it behind the red line. Icing's the call. 10 seconds left to kill off. 5:30 left in the third. Knotted at 2. Jacobson and Adams coming on the front side. Dogs and Rogers stay on the back side. Face-off going to be the right side of the Queens goaltender. Face-off comes right at net, picked up by the Queens. Started behind the goal line. They look to exit. They have right side open. Good soft defensive play here by the Selects. That does it for the power play. We're even strength. Good kill there by the Selects. Now they got to move it to offense. It's moved by Adams to Larson off the bench. Larson misses it in a pile of snow by the Selects bench. Adams moves it up top. Oh, good block by Adams. Stays in the zone. Forecheck resumes as it comes off the half boards. Picked up by Adams right in front. Larson's going to pick that up deep in the corner. Larson in there with Jacobson and Adams. Adams out front. Here's Jacobson. She's taking a look, surveying. Reverses around, tries again. She gets one out front, paddled away by the goaltender. Jacobson, second opportunity. Adams in front. Larson picks it up behind the goal line now. 4:34, good job, gets it to the point, shot on by Dogs. Blocker, rebound, goal. Jacobson able to put that away. It's a point shot, take a look. Great puck movement. The rebound goals have been a problem for the Queens today. Great save, Jacobson taking an extra second, making sure she had it on her stick and puts it in, 3-2. Good answer by the Selects there. 4:29 left to play here. We get a full line change. Elliott comes out along with Duncan. She takes a stick to the face. Yeah, they're going to call that. It hit her right in the neck. Call a slash. Power play coming up now for the Selects. Off the face off, they were battling pretty hard. The stick just kind of got up in the face area, hit her in the neck. Somewhat unlucky, but much like Katzma, her stick got caught in a skate. You got to call it. 4:22. Kilgora, Elliott, Duncan. Backside will be Katzma and Sophia Johnson. Face off, stuck in the middle. Nice job there. Duncan able to get it to Katzma. Katzma walks it, shot on, low shot, save, put to the side. Katzma gets it first, slows it down. Starts it over on the point side, comes far flanker. Here's Elliott. Elliott on the flanker position, goes back to the point. It's Johnson. Johnson pulls a string there. She carries it in, reverses out of that, takes a look deep in the zone, misses that pass. She's going to work a switch with Elliott. Elliott, flanker side. Oh, shot on. That rebound pumped out about 13 feet there, past two Selects. Kilgora now on the board, slows it down. She has the opposite side flanker open, and Elliott tries to reverse with Katzma. A little confusion here. Katzma able to skate out of harm's way. Gets it right to Elliott. Shot on in front. It comes over far side. Shot on, and it just rolls in front. Comes all the way back. Johnson working back there. Nice job. Backhands it to Elliott. Elliott with time and space. She moves it up to the middle. Kilgora circles around. And she puts it deep as we'll get fresh legs on here. 3:10 left to play. Should be an ice, but it's on net. Hutchinson's got to play it. Wouldn't have been an ice either as they're on the penalty kill. Hutchinson out of net as the Queens player picks it up. Had to scurry back there quickly. Power play continues, 30 seconds. Here's Olinsky, brings it up right side with Paisley. Shot on, good block by the Queens player. Puts the pads together and gets a pretty large block. Comes back to Springer. Springer has it. She'll move it back to the point. It's Dogs. Dogs over to Olinsky. Olinsky has it. She'll move it to Dogs. Oh, couldn't hold the zone. Dogs has got to move. Nice turn there by Dogs. Able to fight it off as Shu gets it far side. Shu puts it deep into the zone. And that's going to do us on the power play here. There's 2 seconds left, and that's going to tick off. Comes back to Olinsky. Olinsky shoves it in. 5-on-5 hockey resumes. Centering pass just misses. Paisley's there. 2 minutes left. Paisley behind the net. Oh, set right in front there. Dogs goes for a change as the Queens come up. 2-on-1. Rogers comes on. It's 2-on-2. Queens player comes in far side. Nice job by Hutchinson. Gets a glove on it. Get a front line change. 2 minutes even left to play in the game. Selects up 3-2. Smith, Johnson, Levelholtz, Katzma, Rogers. Penny's going to square in. Izzy, and Smith on the sides. Comes up to Smith. Smith tries to go out. Hits a skate of a Queens player. Second attempt with Katzma and Smith. Can't quite get. Good poke by Smith. Gets it up to Penny. Here's Penny. She's got Johnson. She hits Johnson. Oh, and it hits a blocker in front. Smith overskates it. As that gets put deep into the zone, 1:34 left. Smith got tackled and back. Goes far side. Smith's got to get on her horse. She's going to move. Smith cuts middle. It's in front, sitting there. Izzy with one shot. Couldn't get it in. 1:18 left. Izzy Johnson skating hard. Now Penny's got a release from net side. Tries to go in on a forecheck. Soft plays that. Chips it off the board. Kept in by Katzma. Smith is there. Can't hold the zone. Loses it in between her feet. Good defensive play there. That's Rogers, and Hutchinson able to fall on it and get a whistle. 56 seconds left. Girls were going hard there, just couldn't buy a goal again on that shift. .56 seconds here in the third. Squared in there is Adams. Off the faceoff, comes forward. Good play by the Selects. They send it the distance. It's going to go in the net. It does go into the net. Larson with a goal from the back dot. Right off the faceoff, puts it in. Marley Johnson getting a 2-goal lead here with 49 seconds left. Faceoff win, sends it the distance. Right on target. I don't want to say she didn't try to do that, but it looked like it might have been a smidge of luck on our end. Here's the Selects. They play a soft one off the indirect boards. And here come the Queens with numbers. Olinsky picks that up, goes far side, hits Jacobson in the tape, bounces off her stick. Good back check by Jacobson as that comes out of the zone. Queen player down. She looks okay. She's popped up. 28 seconds left. Johnson heavy on the forecheck along with Adams. Adams trying to get there. Queens player just can't get off there. I don't know if it was a knee. .21 seconds, whistled down. Queens player injured by their... She was by the blue line. Looked like she got up and was trying to get to the bench and couldn't reach. She gets up and tries to go to the bench. She looks like a right leg. I don't know if she has a Charlie horse or a cramp. Good to see her up and moving. Got an end zone face off coming here. 21 seconds left. Adams squares in on the face-off. Got Larson and Jacobson with her. She tries to push it forward. Queens pick it right off the face-off. They're going to come with speed up center. Good defensive play by Johnson, able to cut that off. No ice as that should have been played by the Queens. Alligator arms. That comes far side. Good stick play there by the Queens. Hits it out of midair to catch it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That's going to do it as the Queens put it deep. Selects escaping here. Go down early. Able to answer the bell. 4-2 win. 5-0 on the season for the Selects. Green Bay next weekend. Unfortunately, Dusty Benders will not be in attendance for Green Bay. Going to have to live barn that. Sorry, Select fans. I'll be in Notre Dame, so if you're interested in watching hockey, it will be broadcasted. It'll just be a U14 Milwaukee Junior Admirals weekend. But I'll be back in Somerset the following set of games. Appreciate you joining us here at Superior Ice Arena and the Dusty Bender Network. See you next time.